let's go for a tour of the evolution of my bikes. The original bike was a GT... Future Scott butting in here, and the original bike was a 1988 Haro Master, and it got stolen in the mid-90s to be replaced by the GT Pro Freestyle Tour, I don't know, it's a mid-90s full-on hardcore bomb-proof bike. It was amazing, but I started, the handlebars broke, the cranks broke, like the chrome ollie, like the handlebars just sort of peeled away. The same thing happened with the cranks, they just peeled away. So I got to a point where I wasn't trusting the frame and forks. So I got a new bike, which was a Dragonfly, it was a early 2000s, and I really liked it. It was a shorter frame. I really liked the shorter frame. I really liked the low ratio gears, and I could pedal out of tight spaces, made working on smaller stages really good, really easy. 2014, it got nicked from a theatre in Warragul. I was really upset. They threw a shopping trolley through the window of the laundry, went in, took my bike, took some instruments. So I was a bit distraught after that. I was out of the show, or my act wasn't in the show for a few days. So I got this as a replacement bike. The thing was with this bike was I went into strictly BMX, and I just said I want a bike with the shortest top tube possible, because no one had flatland bikes, couldn't find a flatland bike, and they had these street bikes, and I think it was a 21 inch, maybe 22 inch top tube, I don't know. It's like a $600 bike, it was pretty cheap. I got new wheels for it, paid a shit ton of money for the new wheels, and you can see all the pitting going on. These have been in the garage for a long time, but yeah, not so good there. But check out this wheel, and it's just woeful. I wanted 48s, and they all went, no, no one does 48s anymore. These wheels are pretty good. We all ride with them. No problems, no hassles. So I go, all right, if you ride with them, fair enough. And pretty much every second show I was straightening the wheels, so wasn't ideal. Then I went for a complete build, and that was a St. Martin Darwin, and I found that online at it's a place, it was a website, and got it delivered to a theatre in Seattle where we were going to be playing. Put it together, I was like, oh, and I knew it was going to be crap. I knew all the parts were going to be crap, but I thought there might be some parts that I'll be able to salvage. It turns out I ended up replacing the whole bike, and I replaced that with this one, Colony Exxon. This is a special Exxon because here it's got stamped into the frame, I don't know if you can read it, Apprentice. But it's an Exxon because it's got the removable tabs, removable brake mounts, removable stuff. So it's definitely an Exxon, but it's got Apprentice stamped on it. So that became show bike, and once I had that show bike, I then bought this bike as a spare. And that was all well and good until the forks snapped. So I was super lucky that I didn't hurt myself, but that was spare bike, and that was all good until Matt Hoffman released the upgraded geometry with the old bikes. So that's where the Big Daddy came into it. And the frame was a bit longer than this one. That was all good. Really like it. So I pulled all the parts off Colony show bike and put them onto a Big Daddy show bike. So I finished all the school show tours, finished all the school shows, and was doing a BMX birthday party, which was super casual. So super lucky that it snapped at the start of the birthday party rather than a school show. So I said, hey, just give me 2 minutes while I go and fix the other bike. Grabbed spare bike. Couldn't really do anything because I had the seat too low because the kids are riding it. But also the gap in the pedaling from the free coaster just really threw me, and it was far from ideal. And so that's when this bike came up. Just got some exciting news. It's here. Awesome. There we go. It was meant to come while I was in Canberra, which was 5 weeks ago. Anyway, the sender will be very relieved when I let them know that it's arrived. It took me a while trying to figure out if the pedals had an L or an R on them. They're Odyssey pedals. I've just realised you can only read the word Odyssey one way. But which way? If you're looking down on the bike, I'm going to try that way. Well played, Odyssey. I have to swap the front wheel around because I put it on backwards. I'm not sure what I think about these bolts that screw into the axles as opposed to having the axle and having the nuts on the axle. I think I'm a fan of the nuts on the axle, but please tell me why you would go for the bolts that screw into the axle over the nuts on the axle. Is it a weight thing? Is it... yeah. Let me know, please. The bolts that bolt into your brake pads, seriously, why? What was wrong with the little bit coming out? And anyway, I'm saying that I would not attempt to adjust these 5 minutes before the show. And I went, yes, I'll take that. Pedal, 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 yeah! And so here it is. So I need to work out which parts of spare bike I'm going to keep, which parts are going to go on show bike. So I really like the wheels. I love the chrome plated wheels, but the 36s.